This is the PickBits Daily Signal for Saturday, June 20th. What ties today's 4 stories together is the back channel. Almost none of this ran through a process you could watch. 1. The government banned an AI model and unbanned it 8 days later over lunch. 2. A court told ICE no, so it appears to have just bought what it wanted. 3. Your electric bill is going up and the reason is AI. And 4. The one that goes the other way, the power company might actually pay you. Let's get into it. This is the PickBits Daily Signal. Story 1. The government banned an AI model, then unbanned it 8 days later over lunch. On June 12th, the White House used export control power on AI software for the first time ever, and Anthropic pulled global access to Fable 5 and Mythos 5 within 90 minutes. Foreign engineers and allied customers lost the tool overnight. Then came the G7.
But will flattery work when it comes to the AI revolution? Lunch preceded dinner with tech titans and the guest of honors on the day of the closing G7 summit in the French Alps. There,
after that lunch with Dario Amodei, the president told Axios the company is no longer a national security threat, and the designation came off. Except here is the part that did not make the headline. As of this recording, Fable 5 access still has not actually come back. The label changed, but the switch is still off. If you build anything on a single AI model, the lesson is that your access is now a personal rapport variable, not a contract variable, and no terms of service page warns you about that. Follow this one, because the tell is whether an actual written rescission ever gets docketed or it just stays a quote. Story 2. A court told ICE it could not pull people's tax records, so it appears to have just bought them instead. A new $10 million contract reviewed by 404 media points to ICE buying records tied to ITINs, the tax IDs the IRS gives people without a social security number so they can still file and pay.
A common misunderstanding or misconception is that immigrants in the U.S. are not paying their taxes.
In 2022, undocumented immigrants paid nearly $95 billion in taxes.
There is a standing court order keeping immigration enforcement out of that IRS database, and buying it from a broker is the way around it. And here is why it is about you too. A warrant requirement turns into a budget line the moment a broker sits in the middle, and almost everything about you is for sale somewhere. Share this with anyone who still thinks the government needs a warrant is the end of the story. Story 3. Your electric bill is going up, and the reason is not your air conditioning, it is AI. On June 18th, federal regulators told all 6 regional grid operators they oversee to wire up giant AI data centers faster, with speed as the goal and who pays left blank.
Artificial intelligence data centers, or physical buildings or facilities that house computer systems, are predicted to drive demand to record highs in the coming years. CBS News national correspondent.
What the order leaves out is who covers the transmission upgrades these data centers need. And when that question is left open, it lands on you, the person on the residential bill. The one lever is the public comment window on that order. Save this for the next time your power bill jumps and nobody can tell you why, and pull your grid operator's name so you know who is deciding. Story 4. What if the power company paid you instead of the other way around? In Massachusetts and Connecticut, that just got real. Tesla is offering homeowners a steep discount on a Powerwall battery if they let it join a virtual power plant. It charges when power is cheap and feeds energy back on hot evenings when the dirtiest and priciest plants would otherwise fire up.
As the average cost of electricity is up over 40% since 2020, a huge problem in places like California, Illinois, and here in Houston.
You know, the cost of everything is going up right now, and I'm getting fairly close to retirement, so cost control for us is a big thing.
The honest catch is that you give up some control of your own battery, and whether it pays off depends on the contract terms, so read them before you sign, not after. But for once, this is a seat on the supply side of the grid instead of just the bill. Send this to a New England homeowner who has mentioned solar, a battery, or a backup generator. That's today's signal. Thanks for staying